Alright, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of GreatMillStone that rule impeccably well. And Shalom to the Archeum out there that's pushing his truth in sincerity across the four winds, man. But I just want to get into a quick video, briefly speaking on this, small controversy that's been going on concerning, another theory regarding the end of the world, man. Every few years you'll have a certain, Christian group come out saying, the end of the world is going to be on a particular date. When we know, according to the scriptures that we're going to get into, that no man knoweth that time, man, right? It's impossible to pinpoint a specific date and time when the so-called end of the world is going to take place, man. They call it the rapture. Yahweh Shem Yahushai has not given us a time or a date, but what he has given us is signs to know when we're in the midst and in the climate of the end of the world, man, right? So I just want to go into this, quick article. It goes, the end was nigh, as you can see on USA Today. It said the world is definitely going to end, just probably not Saturday, right? First, the bad news. The world is going to end one day, and there is nothing we can do about it. The good news, we probably have 1 billion years to enjoy ourselves here before it happens. So that just shows you, the pride of Esau, man. The scriptures say in the book of Psalms that, the inner thought is that they think their houses shall continue forever, man. Like Esau really thinks, right, that, and the people in general really think that we're going to be here for another 1 million years or 1,000 years, thousands of years away. They don't understand that the end of the world is actually upon us already, man, right? The process that's already started, the end of the world, has already started, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai has already started that process to bring in the new kingdom, right? It says humans have always been obsessed with the end. Since the dawn of civilization, people claiming to know when the big day is coming to have stirred up trouble, sparked panics, and started cults. The latest apocalyptic anxiety is being drummed up by David Mead, a devout Christian who predicts the rapture, as foretold in the book of Revelation, is coming Saturday. What a bummer doomsday that couldn't at least fall on a Monday. So, they take the end of the world as for a joke, man. But when the coming of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is really upon us, it's not going to be a joke, man. Right? There ain't going to be no jokes. There ain't going to be no humor in that day, man. It's going to be pure death and destruction in that day when Yahweh Shem Yahushai makes his return. Right? Now, they basically, ain't going to be through the whole article. They basically go through a few scenarios. And the first one is the most on point. They basically go into nuclear war. It says, sadly, one of the most likely ways we could be wiped is of our own making, right? And it tells you in Isaiah, I believe it's 54:16, that, Yahweh Shem Yahushai has created the smith that bloweth in the coal, right? If the world broke out into a massive nuclear war, not only would a horrifying number of people die in the blast and resulting radiation, but some say it could trigger a nuclear winter that could finish off all the survivors, right? Now, they go into giant asteroids and, climate change and overpopulation as a ways of the world ending. But really, what we want to stick with is where it says nuclear war, man, because that's exactly how Yahweh Shem Yahushai has chosen to end the so-called white man's kingdom, man, right? To end the so-called white man's rulership. Now, first of all, let's get into a few scriptures. This is Matthew chapter 24. I'm going to start from verse 36. It says, but of that day, meaning the day that Yahweh Shem Yahushai makes his return, right? And it's important to know why Yahweh Shem Yahushai is coming back. He's coming back to redeem the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Who are you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, first and foremost, man. He's not coming to save all nations. He's coming to save his people, right? But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So not even Yahushai knows the specific date and time that he's coming back onto the earth, man, right? Yahweh has made that explicit to only himself, man, right? Only Yahweh knows that information, man, right? Not the angels, not Yahushai, no one else. Only Yahweh knows the date and time that he's going to send his son, Yahushua, to the earth to redeem his people, man, and take over the world, right? As you know it. It says, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage. So people are going to be doing the same old things that they're doing right now, man, right? It's going to be like an ordinary day, right? People are going to be getting married. People are going to be having barbecues, cookouts, doing all kinds of wickedness, committing adultery. You know, people are going to be doing all of these things. Then out of nowhere, you know, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to make his return, right? Marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall the coming of the Son of Man be, man. So, yo, a lot of you people out there, man, especially you 2/3, you're going to be caught off guard, man, right? Doing your everyday wickedness that you've been doing since the day you were born. You know, the so-called white man's going to be doing the same wickedness. All the other nations are going to be doing the same wickedness that they were doing since they've been walking on the earth. And then out of nowhere, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to make his return, man, right? Catching you off guard. The scriptures tell you that Yahushua is going to come in like a thief in the night, man, right? Unsuspected. You're not going to know when it's going to happen, man. No one's going to be able to predict that moment Yahushua makes his return, man, right? That's what's going to be so beautiful about this thing. And in that day, all the pride of man is going to cease, man. And it's going to be pure turmoil and destruction, right? Now, the second scripture I want to get into is 2nd Esdras 6 and 9, man, because that end of the world, man, is really the end of Esau as a ruler, man, right? It's gonna be the end of Esau, the so-called white man, who are the biblical Edomites, you know, the right race of people. And we say so-called because you're gonna have so-called you're gonna have Israelites that look like so-called white people, man, and look like the other nations wherein they were scattered. Because that's part of the curses. The 12 tribes of Israel were gonna be scattered throughout the 4 corners of the earth. So wherever our people are, they're gonna look like the people where they were scattered, man, right? Because they intermingled with those people, right? But it doesn't mean that their spirit suddenly changed into the other nations. It just means they have a different physical appearance. But the spirit within that person is still of an Israelite man or woman, right? And so this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. So Esau is the end of the world. The so-called white man, the biblical Edomites, are the end of the world, man. And Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and anyone that descends back to those nations through your father, you are the beginning of the new world that followeth, man. Because Yahushua, the one who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, he's going to set up his people, right, the 12 tribes of Israel, to be the new rulers, the elect of his people, the 144,000, right, to be the rulers of this new kingdom that's going to be ushered in, man, right? So all you guys desiring the day of the Lord, to what end is it for you, right? As it says in Amos, man, because this day is to glorify Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and it's to set up Yahweh Shem Yahushua's people as rulers, man, forever and ever, man, right? And the next scripture I want to get into is Isaiah 9 and 5, man, because how is the Lord going to make this happen, man? He's going to make this happen with nuclear war, man. He's going to make this happen with World War III. So that's how we know we're in the midst of the end. But again, you cannot predict the exact date and time that this end is gonna commence, man. Right? So this is Isaiah chapter 9 and 5. It says, for every battle the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, man. So this is not going to be a war like the wars you had in the ancient world with the big shields, you know, the swords, the heavy armor. It's not going to be like that, man. And you know, all the confusion of noise with the battling of the swords and the clashing of the swords and all the heavy iron. It's going to be with fuel of fire, man. It's going to be with nuclear fire, right? You see everything that's happening in the news over the past few years regarding World War III. You hear the rumors of wars, man. The wars and the rumors of wars, right? That's been happening, man. So we know we're in the midst of the end. But again, you cannot predict an exact time and date when that end is going to commence, man. But we know we're in that season, man. We know we're in the climate of the end of the world, right? And that you got to remain on point, because you don't know when Yahweh Shai is coming back. So that's why you got to diligently, follow these scriptures, man, right? And you got to build yourself up in these end days if you be of the elect, man. Lord willing, if you be of the elect. Pray to Yahweh Shai that you be of the elect, man, right? Because you don't know when Yahweh Shai is coming back. The elect don't know when Yahweh Shai is going to make his return, right? Now, the last scripture I want to get into, just to solidify the statement I made regarding World War III. This is Revelations chapter 11 and verse 14. It says the second woe is past. Now, what's that woe talking about, man? The word woe really means destruction, right? So the second destruction is past. That's talking about World War II, man, right? So World War II is already gone. But what the scripture says now, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So you notice how it didn't say the third woe was already past, man, because the Bible, the Holy Scriptures, is a prophetic book, man, right? So now it's predicting that there's going to be a third woe, a third destruction, a third world war, man, right? And we know that there has not been a third world war on the earth right now, man. So this is a prophecy, right? So now we're hearing of talks of World War III. We've been hearing talks of World War III in the earth, man, right? For many years now. So we know we're in the midst of the end, and we know that, before Yahweh Shai comes back, there's going to be World War III. And Yahweh Shai is going to come in the midst of World War III to seal the deal and to seal the prophecies that were spoken of before time, right? To seal the deal, man, and to basically commence the transitioning of rulership from the Edomites, the so-called white men, to the Israelites, you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, right? And then that's going to be prophecy completed, man, right? And we're going to set up the kingdom, and Esau's going to be destroyed as a people. You so-called white people are going to be completely destroyed, man, right? First saith the Lord, first slave the book of Obadiah, right? So with that, I'll say shalom.